Hi, hello, and welcome back to Pete's Plastic Playground. I hope everybody's keeping well. This is just a quick intro to a video about a model show that I went to recently. I went to the IPMS Farnborough exhibition, ModelFest, and that was held in Fleet in Hampshire on the 6th of September. It was brilliant, and one of the things that occurred to me when I was there is that it was like a small version of Scale Model World that's going to be held in Telford in November, but without the 25 quid price tag to get in. Now, the reason I'm saying that is there were probably about 30 trade stands there, and there were stacks and stacks of models to see, as you'll see in the video. So I'm still toying with the idea of going to Telford in November. Not sure if I want to make the journey and then spend 25 quid just to get in. If it was a 10, 15 quid, then I might be a bit more favourable about it, but 25 is a bit hot for me, and I'm not a member of IPMS. However, I had a great day at ModelFest in Fleet for the Farnborough IPMS Scale Model Club. Met a lot of nice people to have a chat to there. Brought some nice little items. I brought some display stands. Here is one here. Believe it or not, with the concrete base, this was a £5, and it's a foot square, and it's absolutely solid. It's got a nice green back on it, so that was a bargain. I got two of those. I got a smaller one for £3, and I also managed to get a 172 Vickers Valiant. So we now have all three V bombers in the stash. That was very, very good news. So got it for an extremely sensible price from IPMS Farnborough themselves, actually. At the entrance desk, they brought a few kits along to sell. So sit back, enjoy the models that I saw, and enjoy some of the trade stands that I saw, and look in again very, very soon for another edition of Pete's Plastic Playground, when I'll talk about the next kit I'm going to build, a couple of kits that have recently joined us, and some other stuff as well, and probably the completed HMS Illustrious at last. Okay, thanks a lot for watching, and best wishes to everybody from Joe and I in Pete's Plastic Playground. See you soon. Some really, really good helicopters there on display. The Tomcat, bit of carrier-based aviation, naval aviation with the A4, that's lovely. And the Victor, yeah, love to get stuck into one of those soon. I think that's a new Airfix Jag. Some freaky stuff there. Henry VIII, that's an old model, isn't it? Crikey. And that's as I say, I love seeing models modelled at sea. I've done one myself, and it's difficult to achieve, but that bloke's done well. There were absolutely hundreds of models on display, and it must have taken hours to get them set up properly. I often wonder how many breakages there are. This was nice, wide-bodied airliners special interest group, and most of these apparently were hand painted. So to achieve that sort of finish with a brush is laudable. This Stingray from Jerry Anderson. There's a good mix of subjects on this table, as you can see. Sorry, I haven't got the Blackadder, Lord Flashheart, and Baldric. I haven't got the names of all the groups that are on display there, but you can probably see some of their nameplates anyway. There was one chap who didn't want to be on YouTube, so he won't be on there. I was a bit mystified as to why you would go to a public exhibition to display your models, but then not want them to be shown on a video to a wider audience. Don't quite understand that, what his concern is, but each to their own. Plenty of armour on display. Nice couple of Churchills at the front. In fact, lots of Churchills. Must be a Churchill tank special interest group. So I was actually in this hall for about 4 hours, so I have my money's worth. Look at those helicopters, aren't they lovely? I got talking to that bloke. I thought they were Airfix Sea-Kings, but they weren't. They were Edward. Another look at Stingray. Fireball XL5. Beautiful. Fond memories of a Sunday afternoon. So this, you can clearly see, is the IPMS Swindon. I didn't get the names of many of the stall holders there, but you can see the sign generally. HMS Illustrious. Oh, I'm just putting the decals on mine now. It's quite a task. But that lad's done a nice job of his. Really nice job of his, actually. And there was a Queen Elizabeth as well. I think that must be a scratch-built affair. There's a Vulcan, very nice Vulcan there. And some 148 Mustangs. Plenty of armour on display. And cars as well. There were lots of car kits for sale. There was one trader who had absolutely thousands of them in boxes there. Lots of American muscle. Thatcher Model Show. That's not far away. Might have to turn up there if I know where it is. There's some more of the wide-body jets. I see the DHL freighter every Saturday afternoon. So you can guess which club this is. Nice displays. Nice Wessex and a Sea King. Really nice. I think that's the old Airfix Sea King, actually. I'm not sure. They do look very, very smart. Sorry, I was waving the camera around a bit fast. Oh, look at that. A cod gannet. That's a lovely model, isn't it? Done very well on the spinner with that. Some excellent helicopters and a Defiant at the front there as well. Yeah, that's really smart. Buccaneers. I like the Desert Sand one. Desert Storm. That one's smart as well. Early Royal Navy finish. Yeah, I do like a Buccaneer. There were a good few gannets there, actually. This is one of the good trade stalls. I brought a cutting mat from this lad. Very reasonable price for an A1 size cutting mat. I haven't put it on yet. I'm finishing Illustrious and then the new cutting mat can go on. That's one of those Valkyries, isn't it? Sort of NASA testbed thing. So some interesting subjects. That's very smart with that A400 in the hangar. You can see the size of the hull. It was absolutely massive. Must have done about 5 or 6 laps when I was there. Maybe more, actually. Models for heroes. I love the work people put into these figures. I've been seeing more and more people doing these gaming figures in great detail. Yeah, a model railway layout. You don't often see that at a plastic kit show, do you? But it was very, very entertaining, and the people there were quite happy to stop and have a chat. And there was plenty going on. I think the important thing about a model railway layout at an exhibition is that they're always running something to have a look at. So I've been to a few exhibitions where people just stand around chatting and there's nothing happening on the layout, but this one was on the go all the time. Very smart indeed. From memory, I think this was N-gauge. Hey, I'm pretty sure it's N-gauge. Yeah, there's an old Pendolino. 56 on a hopper train. Yeah, very nice. There's a harbour down at one end. It was quite nicely modelled with a very, very detailed terminal. That's a nice cement. I think that's a cement train with those hoppers on there, the angled hoppers. This was all wired in analog rather than digital, so there was no sound coming out the engines. It was all done with just standard DC. French Air Force Special Interest Group. That's a niche if ever I saw one. Plenty of daggers. is that a Mirage or am I seeing things? It's an F-16. Yeah, Mirage Mirage Special Interest Group. Lovely models. You got to take your hat off to these people to be so into one subject. Now that's brilliant, isn't it? Dead simple, tiny little diorama, very, very effective. Great inspiration. Nice sterling there. Another table. Oh, it's a gannet. Look at that. That's the same as the gannet at the museum near me in Woodley. Yeah. Oh, somebody's bought himself a Seafire. Good luck with that, mate. Is this the police? Oh, very macabre. That's what happens to people at touching models, apparently. So, yeah, very smart. Some big scale armour. I do like to see that and have a good look at it. That lady was very friendly. Had a nice chat to her. Oh, that was nice. The Yellow Jacks. Yeah, very nice indeed. Very sensibly displayed. There's red arrows as well, I can see. A VC-10 flying over the airfield. Again, it's nice to see models displayed in a different way, and they've done really well with those actually. Not bad at all. That's the Hunters. I forget what that display thing was called now. But, yeah. Yeah, very nice models. Nice. That's the Airfix landing craft and Sherman tank, and the tank transporter and the tank in the background there. Yeah, very nice. Very smart indeed. I think that's one of the nicer. Oh, back to the trains. There's a pannier with some couple of coaches there. And another view of the hall. It was vast, it really was. IPMS Farnborough had their table right at the beginning. Yeah, Lynx and an Apache. Very smart, lovely display of helicopters. I'm going to have to build another helicopter soon, especially now that I've got the new Wessex in the stash. Might have to get that out sooner rather than later. I do like these little dioramas, they're so neat. So much time and effort put into them. Very cool. Oh, a nice torpedo boat and a V1 Doodlebug on a launch rail and a V2 there. Aha, there's the RAF rescue launch. That's back in the shops now. Highly recommended project and a rescue seeking. Very nice display indeed. Club from Boscombe Down. That's interesting, that hovercraft, isn't it? That's very smart. And then a great array of Spitfires. That's a good idea, how to show off a jet engine. And there we are at the end. Hope you enjoyed it.